Welcome on out to Foley Field following Georgia's Game 2 win over NC State in the Super Regional. Matt Stewart alongside me, a man who does the broadcast for the Georgia Bulldogs, knows a whole lot. What did you see from the Dogs in Game 2?
I saw a Georgia team that was very much like the team we saw win 40-plus games during the regular season. Got the bats going early, built themselves a comfortable lead, gave Leighton Finley, the starting pitcher, a nice cushion to work with, and he took pressure off the bullpen.
Let's talk about those bats. Wes Johnson made a little bit of change to the order. What kind of difference did that make, having Charlie Condon go in second? Slade Alford obviously set the tone in that first inning as well.
Well, moving Alford up to the 3 spot behind Charlie Condon I thought was huge, and it answered right away. Georgia didn't get their first hit in Game 1 until the 3rd inning, the 9th man to bat. Charlie Condon, the 2nd man to bat in this game, top of the 1st, because Georgia, the visitors in this game too, got a base hit. Then Alford follows with a slam over the left field wall, and Georgia has a 2-0 lead before Finley even gets out there to pitch. And you can expect Wes Johnson's going to tinker with the order. Tomorrow's lineup, even though Georgia wins 11-2, will look different than today's lineup.
Look, and that order was very good today. Trey Phelps, incredible, had a massive home run that went over the batter's eye in center field. This offense seems to be clicking at the right time. What was maybe the difference between yesterday and today?
Well, I think they were comfortable. Number one, they weren't playing from behind. Remember yesterday, they gave them an 11 spot in the 2nd inning. They're down 11 runs. That's a huge hole, almost impossible to come back from, and certainly they didn't. And Coach Wes Johnson even made the comment he felt like his players really started trying to hit that 10-run homer, which we all know is mathematically impossible. So they put a lot of pressure on themselves. Getting that 2-run lead in the 1st inning really took a lot of pressure off of them, and they just continued to add. And you mentioned Trey Phelps. If you haven't seen him play yet, this guy's going to be an absolute superstar in the SEC, and I expect we'll play Major League Baseball someday. Great combination of power and speed.
The Dogs hit 4 home runs on the day, more than enough run support for Leighton Finley, who, like we said, was fantastic. He went 6 1/3 innings, was very good. How big is that performance, especially on a stage like this?
Well, it's huge because it saves the bullpen. They use Zeldin for the final 3 innings, and Zeldin's a guy who's very elastic. He could actually come back and pitch a little bit at the back end of the game tomorrow if they need him, on Monday if they need him. But for Finley, the 6 2/3 was a career high, 107 pitches. He allowed just 1 run, struck out 5. Not a big strikeout day for him, but he didn't have to strike him out. He just had to let him put the ball in play because he had such a big lead to work with.
So that sets up a huge Game 3 winner to the College World Series. What do the Dogs need to do to get it done?
Same thing they did today, get that offense going early, take pressure off their starting pitching, and I expect Game 3 to go right down to the wire after we've had 2 blowouts, one way NC State, one way Georgia. I expect this one to be decided late on Monday.
Georgia and NC State faced off in a Super Regional Game 3 back in 2008. The Dog fans hoping that the same result happens with this team doing a dog pile on their way to Omaha. Guys?